Well, this is a heads up for folks that may be around this Hanford nuclear reservation in Washington. We've talked about all the issues going on at these sites, the WIP facility, Indian Point, hell, Fukushima, and it's just a big cover-up as to the amounts of radiation and exposure being released. Now, they talked about having a leak in one of these containment vessels and that it had leaked into this secondary tank. Then there was talk that that secondary tank had a leak as well and that that was leaking into the ground. And then that goes further into the earth until it hits the water table or an aquifer. Then that becomes contaminated. And they're never going to say a word about that. What's happening here and the things to pay attention to is when their workers start dropping like flies. When they start going down ill, sick, headaches, nausea, all these things, there's something wrong in the same area. Now, what they're trying to say is that they went in and they removed all that nuclear waste, or some of it, and they transported it out of there. Now, this tells me, just by their explanation, that this was not done in a safe manner. And if this is the so-called way to do it, it needs to be reevaluated and done a proper way. Because nuclear waste, that's why it's double tanked here. It should be double, triple tanked when being moved out. I don't care what kind of truck you got to use. Make a new design, whatever it has to be. But apparently, they're blaming vapors, chemical vapors from this nuclear waste. These guys inhaling it, taking all this in. You know the particles that are inside, with these elements, radon, cesium, all these other things that are like atomic particles that are so small. Once they're in the atmosphere, they're in the atmosphere. Apparently, they're saying the odor, which is the smell, obviously, which contains particles, which can be inhaled, was released. But they seem to care not about that. They think the people just will look right past it and not connect the two. I'm here to tell you, people, you better start paying attention. Their workers, within 1 week, dozens getting ill. And they're told, oh, now you can go back to work. Of course, just like they told everybody in Porter Ranch after the huge methane leak, oh, you're fine to go back home. You see what's happening to them? It's sick. It's sad. But, in the end, Governor Jay Inslee, what does he have to say about the whole thing? That it's disturbing. And that's it. So they're going to look into what other safety measures and this and that, but I just want you guys to know, anybody down water from any nuclear facility, downwind, you better keep a bead on that place. It's on you. You may be the only person in your neck of the woods that even gives a damn to get up off your ass and go and do some research. Get a rad detector. Do some thinking outside of the box. You never know what you're going to come across and what you're going to come up with. It could be game-changing. We're in this together. It's been Dabu 7.